So I am really excited to have this opportunity to meet with you, Valerie. This is Valerie from Kleer. She is one of their onboarding specialists in their success team, and Kleer is a dental membership plan. We're asked for this interview style Zoom meeting with Valerie because a lot of our practices are asking about membership plans, if they should enroll in one. Would this be a good time? Reopening after COVID, a lot of people are concerned about how to meet the needs of their patients going forward. And so I thought, rather than trying to be a middleman, I would just do a quick interview with Valerie and have straight from you explain the benefits to our patients and other practices about how Kleer could help them. So I thank you for taking the time to meet with me today.
Absolutely. It's great to be with you today, Angela, and I'm excited to get the opportunity to share some information about Kleer with all of your customers.
Perfect. Well, let's just start with a real basic one, which is what are the benefits to a practice to having a membership plan? Why would they want to?
Yeah. So as you mentioned, Angela, Kleer is a cloud-based platform that enables practices to build a membership plan and offer that care directly to their uninsured patients. So the benefits to the practice when offering this plan are increased compliance, treatment acceptance, and loyalty to your practice. So uninsured patients want dental coverage, but it has to be transparent and easy to understand. So when a patient joins your plan, you're gaining their loyalty from that membership plan effect, meaning patients will utilize all the services in their membership plan and will be compliant as a result and loyal to your practice. So practices will also see an increase in treatment acceptance that comes with offering treatment at a more affordable rate with their membership plan. So this encourages patients to accept and they feel that they're spending their money wisely. For the practice, membership plan patients provide a new revenue stream, ultimately increasing the value of their practice over time.
So how does Kleer help them increase the patient acceptance? I mean, why would having a Kleer plan make patients accept more treatment?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Maybe the best place to start is by talking about why uninsured patients aren't accepting treatment. Part of it lies within the fact that they're just not coming to your practice. And it's because of two things, cost and coverage. You can see here that our marketing research shows that 70% of people pointed to treatment being too expensive and not having the insurance coverage they need. So now with a membership plan, patients commit to regular visits, and it's during those hygiene appointments that 75% of treatment is accepted. And with that treatment discount and transparency that comes with a membership plan, it's easier for your patients to say yes to treatment. And the next slide here is going to show you just how much they're saying yes. What you're seeing here is just a snapshot of the ROI results from the data we've collected from practices on the platform. So members, it is, and it's exciting to see that membership plan patients are really generating over 2 times more revenue to the practice than uncovered patients. So you can see it, yeah, broken out by hygiene, treatment, and then overall production per patient, an average of 2 times additional revenue.
What would you recommend? Why is now a time for patients or practices to consider a membership plan that maybe even 4 months ago, pre-COVID, they didn't think was necessary? But what's the feedback you're hearing as people are signing up as why they're deciding that now is the time to add on a membership plan that they didn't previously have?
Yep. Yeah, so it is a great time, and it's for a few reasons. Coming out of the COVID crisis, practices will have a 2 to 3 month backlog of dental care treatment needs, and patients will be looking to address their dental care. So those patients are also going to be price sensitive in most cases. So with Kleer, you can offer a monthly payment option, which will allow patients to pay over time for their preventative service and access to treatment discounts.
All right.
So let's talk about just how many patients are going to be in this position.
Right.
You can see here, yeah, that job losses are already 3.5 times what they were during the Great Recession. So our research is pointing to about half of practice patient bases being uninsured coming out of COVID. So these patients, again, are going to be price sensitive and in need of some type of coverage. So this will be a great option for them and really to be able to provide that and build that relationship with your patients.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So what's the process like to set it up, and how do you customize it to a practice's need? How long does it take? I know a lot of practices are coming back and they're kind of on overwhelmed and reactive mode. And the idea of adding one more new procedure when they're already adding maybe new PPEs and screening and all these other procedures, it might sound a little overwhelming to add one more thing. So kind of walk me through, if they chose to do a membership plan, what's the setup like? How much time does it take for them? How labor intensive is it going to be for the team?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm hearing that concern a lot. You know, we understand schedules are so busy right now at practices, and they're really focusing on patient care and safety. So the process to set up your membership plan through Kleer is actually very quick and straightforward. So the practice will schedule a 30 to 45-minute fee consultation with an onboarding specialist who will have inputted the practice's fees ahead of time and prepared pricing suggestions. So during that call, we'll walk you through the structure of the plans and our suggestions. And then at that point, we'll discuss any customizations that may apply to your practice's specific needs. So the plan structure and pricing is completely up to the practice, but we'll advise you throughout that call and answer any and all questions that you have. And then once enrollment is complete, so after that 30 to 45-minute call, your plans will be launched and you'll be ready to start adding members through your practice portal, and you'll have access to training materials for the team from there.
Okay, so what about, let's talk a little bit for the patient's end. What's it going to look like for them? Like, again, there's some concerns with even paperwork. You know, they can't have people in the waiting room filling out paperwork. Even the new patient forms have to be done digitally if possible, or outside of the practice. So how time intensive it is, how difficult it is on the patient's end for them to apply or to enroll?
Yeah, so the patient enrollment process takes about 5 minutes to complete per patient, and it actually is going to take less and less as you go. So there's they'll get quicker with it. A team member essentially will log into their practice portal online. There's one button that they'll click, and then they'll fill in the information for the patient. So it looks like, general contact information. You'll have the plans there, so you'll select which one they're signing up for, fill in their payment, and then you'll check them out. So it is 4 steps. And then there's also a second way patients can sign up, which is through the practice's custom online webpage, which every practice is, it automatically has access to once they launch. So a patient can actually visit the plan page and sign themselves up online. So the practice has that flexibility, and especially now with, patients potentially waiting in their cars, many practices are handing those instructions to the patient while they wait, maybe posting it on the door just to allow patients a quick way to sign themselves up.
Oh, that's a really good process. So once they're signed up, another kind of barrier or concern I've heard from our practices is, okay, so right now we may sign them up, but then how labor intensive is it going to be to renew them? What's that process going to be like in a year from now? They agree to the first year. Are we going to have to call all these people? Is it going to be a big admin nightmare? What's it going to look like to keep them enrolled so it's not just a one-time enrollment? What does that look like?
Yeah, that's a great question, and that's a concern we get, from a lot of practices who may have offered an in-house plan on their own previously, but just being able to manage it has become, too time intensive and overwhelming. So, there are actually features in the Kleer practice portal specifically to help practices manage and optimize their renewals. So, first and foremost, Kleer will take care of sending out renewal notifications to your patients.
Oh.
So so it's nice because by default, they're going to be opted into auto renew. So we'll send them emails as the renewal date's approaching to give them that opportunity to opt out of auto renew. So we'll send those notifications out, and then 90 days out from your patients renewing, you'll be able to view their renewal status from your membership renewals tab. So that's a dedicated tab in the portal specifically for renewals. And then that also has a renewals guide with tips and up-to-date stats for practices to track on their renewals. One other cool thing is that we do provide practices really with everything they need to have a successful membership plan, including working with our growth team who actually specialize in helping practices understand their plan performance, be able to grow their plan, and then, best practices for optimizing renewals.
Great. Sounds like you have a lot of support for them. So what about the cost? What is the upfront cost to the practice if they decide to enroll in a membership plan?
Yeah, so Kleer is actually free to implement. So that means there are no upfront costs to the practice when joining Kleer. Our pricing structure is such that our success is linked to yours. So the only time costs come into play is when a patient actually signs up for your plan. We'll have a small fee that will come out of the patient's payment to the practice. So other than that, there are no additional costs to the practice. It's a true partnership, and we value that. So we don't get paid until you do.
Oh, that's great.
Mhm.
So when offices do have it, the ones that you've seen that have been the most successful, okay, so they sign up for a plan, but how do they spread the word? How do they actually get patients to choose to enroll? Again, they're very concerned, I think, at this time with there's so many moving pieces when they're coming back to reopening. There's so many additional elements they have to remember to talk about with patients. So how are they going to even make them aware of this membership plan that they just signed up for?
Yeah, so it's a great question, and there's a lot of ways that we try to fit in with what practices are already doing as a part of their daily management. So to give an example, the most successful practices are really spreading the word through things like mass emails, pre-appointment texts, adding their plan information to their website, and staying active on social media. So those are 4 very important pieces to this. And what we'll do is provide you with ready-to-go templates that can be customized to your practice and plans. So this is just one example, what you're seeing here of a new campaign that we added for practices. So this is something that we're always updating and adding new campaigns for practices to utilize and stay relevant with their patients. We also provide practices with a widget. So I mentioned adding that information to their website. And that widget is a code that's ready to go and will direct patients directly to their custom plan webpage where they can sign themselves up. So that's just one other thing. They'll also have a library of social media templates and partner resources, all of which help build, a cohesive marketing plan based on the unique needs of the practice. And then lastly, consistent in-office messaging is very important. So we'll work with your team and provide different scripts and talking points to help each member of the team really get comfortable discussing it with patients and presenting their benefits.
Okay, so these campaigns that I'm showing right here on the screen, are these additional costs to the office, or is this part of their membership with you?
It's part of the membership. Yep. So there's no additional costs for this. This is all readily available from the marketing tab in their portal.
So is there anything else that you would like the audience to know? Is there anything else about your platform that you feel like would be really beneficial for practices, not only our practices, but all practices that are seeing this video? What can you tell us? Anything else?
Yeah, honestly, we're here for you. Our support team's always available to assist your practice throughout the process. So we really do hope to get that opportunity to partner with your practice in creating, this exciting option for your uninsured patients, especially now. It really is a good time for it. So if you're interested in learning more, you can go to kleer.com, and then you'll see an option to schedule my demo. And a team member will reach out to you right away to help get you started through the process. Another thing you're showing there, Angela, is we also have a free ebook download available. It is full of resources for practices as they're looking to reopen and bounce back from the crisis. So definitely check that out. Let us know if you have any questions at all, and stay safe out there.
Perfect. And for any of our Roadside Dental Marketing clients that are watching this video, feel free to reach out to your account manager. Like I said, we have some additional partnership things with Kleer where we're helping customize your website to really support and promote along with the campaigns that they're doing. We have additional resources for our clients to help them promote these membership plans, because we've seen our clients have a really great success rate when they implement the membership plans, and we want everyone to bounce back and survive after this COVID shutdown and be as successful as they can. So if you are a Roadside client, please reach out to your account manager, or feel free to go directly to Kleer's site for anyone else who wants a demo. So I really appreciate your time, Valerie. It's been great to be able to share this information with our audience. It's always so much better to hear it directly from the source than have me try to explain to one of our clients how it's going to work just let's go directly to the source and let you do it. So you did a great job, and I really appreciate your time today and taking this opportunity to help our practices know if a membership plan would be good for them and the steps to implement it. So I thank you again for joining me today.
Absolutely, Angela. It was my pleasure. Really appreciate you having me a part of this today and get the chance to speak to your customers. So we're excited and we're here to help.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thanks.